What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, JP's on the keys, and it's two keys in the video today. We have a banger recommended. Let me see. Jim Tatro. Shout out to you, Jim Tatro. George Carlin. We dropped the George Carlin video not too long ago. You have no rights. George Carlin, you have no rights. Before the video starts, drop a like, hit that subscribe button. We are almost at 8,500 subs. That 10K grind is, hey, that 10K though, that 10K though, you know, that 10K getting kind of close, my guy. But let's just watch this.
Customs, swearing on the Bible. You understand that shit? They tell you to raise your right hand, place your left hand on the Bible. Does this stuff really matter? Which hand? Does God really give a fuck about details like this? Suppose you put your right hand on the Bible, you raise your left hand. Would that count? Or would God say, sorry, wrong hand, try again? And why does one hand have to be raised? What is the magic in this gesture? This seems like some sort of a primitive voodoo mojo shtick. Why not put your left hand on the Bible, let your right hand hang down by your side? It's more natural. Or put it in your pocket. Remember what your mother used to say? Don't put your hands in your pockets. Does she know something we don't know? Is this hand shit really important? Well, let's get back to the Bible, America's favorite national theatrical prop. Suppose the Bible they hand you to swear on is upside down, or backward, or both, and you swear to tell the truth on an upside down, backward Bible. Would that count?
Didn't Trump do that? Wasn't the Bible the Bible was not like straight. It was like either upside down or it was like backwards, one of the two. Because I remember it was some like the media the media was in a frenzy about it. See, that's the thing. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not an endorser. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm also not a hater just because of the media. I'm telling you. You keep letting the media dictate your opinion, you're nothing but a sheep. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you see what he says. Obviously, he says hateful things at times, but to be honest, the media does zero in on him a lot, if we're being honest. And the same thing with everybody who's in that circle. Like if you're in like a political circle, you're just asking to be pooped on by the media. So I would never do that ever in my life. I'm never going to give myself the opportunity to even be desecrated by a media source at all. Nope. You're not getting a chance.
Suppose the Bible they hand you is an old Bible and half the pages are missing. Suppose all they have is a Chinese Bible in an American court. Or a Braille Bible and you're not blind. Suppose they hand you an upside-down, backward Chinese Braille Bible with half the pages missing.
And it's like, bro, you gotta question everything. You gotta pick apart everything. Like, bro, I'm gonna grab the mic on this because this is real. If someone tells you that you think too much, they are a sheep. Seriously, I've had people tell me you think too much. What is the problem with thinking too much? Isn't that what the brain is for? The brain is for thought. The brain is for processing thought. I'm using my brain too much. What? Huh? That makes no sense. So you're telling me I'm supposed to just suppress my thinking? I'm supposed to just be a sheep? I gotta follow everything? Oh, okay.
At what point does all of this stuff just break down and become just a lot of stupid shit that somebody made up? They fucking made it up, folks. It's make-believe. It's make-believe. Now, all right. Okay. Let's leave the Bible aside. We'll get back to the science fiction reading later. The more important question is, what is the big deal about swearing to God in the first place? Why does swearing to God mean you're going to tell the truth? Wouldn't affect me. If they said to me, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God, I'd say, yeah. I'll tell you about as much truth as the people who wrote that fucking Bible. How do you like that? Huh? Swearing on the Bible doesn't mean anything. It's kid. Swearing to God is kid stuff. Did you remember when you were a kid? If you told another kid something he didn't quite believe, he'd say, "You swear to God?" I would always say, "Yeah, I swear to God," even if I was lying. Why not? What's going to happen if I lie? Nothing. Nothing happens if you lie, unless you get caught, and that's a whole different story.
Now, the worst is like when people swear on like their mom, or they swear on like their dead relatives. Now that's something I never do. I never on mom, or they be like, on your mom's life. I'm like, nope, nope, I don't do that.
Sometimes a kid would think he was being slick with me, and he'd say, "You swear on your mother's grave?" I'd say, "Yeah, why not? First of all, my mother was alive. She didn't even have a grave. Second of all, even if she was dead, what's she gonna do? Rise from the grave and come and haunt me? Come and haunt me? All because I told a lie to an 8-year-old? Get fucking real, will you?" Sometimes I would say, "I swear on my mother's tits." Kids are impressed with things like that. I mean, I don't care about my mother's tits either. I don't care if they fell off. Fuck her. Not my problem. They're your tits, Ma. You keep an eye on them. Swearing to God doesn't mean anything. Swearing on the Bible doesn't mean anything. You know why? Because Bible or no Bible, God or no God, if it suits their purposes, people are going to lie in court. The police do it all the time. All the time.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You gotta understand, man. The police, the police force is a frat. It's a fraternity, bro. It's a fraternity, bro. You know the rules for those of you who are in fraternities and sororities, you know the rules. What happens in the group stays in the group. Nothing goes out. Nobody tells. You don't rat your man out. It's all loyalty. So that's why you see most of these cops not getting charged if they attack unarmed citizens. That's why you see these cops not getting charged. That's why you see them. Oh, we're gonna put them on desk duty. We're gonna put them on administrative paid leave. He basically just gets a vacation. You know, he just gets a vacation. You know, while everybody's outraged, he's in Aruba somewhere just chilling.
Yes, they do. It's part of their job to protect, to serve, and to commit perjury whenever it supports the state's case. Swearing on the Bible is just one more way of controlling people and keeping them in line, and it's one more thing that holds us back as a species. Here's one more item for you, the last in our civics book. Rights. Boy, everyone in this country is always running around yammering about their fucking rights. I have a right. You have no right. We have a right. They don't have a right. Folks, I hate to spoil your fun, but there's no such thing as rights, okay? They're imaginary. We made them up, like the boogeyman. The Three Little Pigs, Pinocchio, Mother Goose, shit like that. Rights are an idea. They're just imaginary. They're a cute idea. Exactly. Cute, but that's all. Cute and fictional. But if you think you do...
Just like every type of official constitution for your country that was drafted by certain people that say, you know what, we think that people should not have the right to do this. We think that people shouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So basically, your constitution was basically somebody else's opinion splattered on a piece of paper, and that became law. Remember that became law. Somebody's opinion became law. Somebody's opinion was like, you know what? In America, you got to be 21 to drink alcohol. That was their opinion. You know what? You can't drive a car until you're 16. That was their opinion. You know.
Do have rights. Let me ask you this. Where do they come from? People say, well, they come from God. They're God-given rights. Oh, fuck, here we go again. Here we go again. The God excuse, the last refuge of a man with no answers and no argument. It came from God. Anything we can't describe must have come from God. Personally, folks, I believe that if your rights came from God, he would have given you the right to some food every day, and he would have given you the right to a roof over your head. God would have been looking out for you.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, man, over the last like 4 or 5 months, I've been trying to go apartment shopping, man. Like the right to a roof. Like I want my own roof, and it's just like, man, I need divine intervention because these apartments are expensive. Facts, man. If it was really like that, then everything would be perfect. But the thing is, then if everything was perfect, then there would be no need for a divine being if we all lived in harmony, if everything was humdrum, diddly perfect. So it's really a double-edged sword. If you really a contradiction if you look at it. Because, okay, life isn't perfect, so we call on whatever divine figure that you worship. Like I said, there's nothing. I am not bashing religion. I never bash religion. You know what I'm saying? If you want to worship who you want to worship, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not hurting nobody, carry on. But I'm telling you, if the world was perfect, would people still call on divine beings? That's all I'm saying. If the world was perfect, if there was no problems, there was no health, no sickness, no poverty, no racism, even bro, the only way to eliminate racism is to make everybody the same race. That's the only way to eliminate racism. As long as people are different races, there's gonna be racism. Is there racism in China? No, because a lot of the Chinese people there look the same. Is there racism in India? No, because a lot of the people look the same. That's the only way to eliminate racism is to make everybody one race, the same race, same skin color, same everything. Everybody got to be the exact same. Because there's always going to be someone that's going to discriminate based on something. Oh, even though everybody's the same skin color, you know what? They have long hair, we have short hair. The short hair people, we hate them people. You see, it's always going to be something. So you gotta make everybody the exact same. That's the only way to eliminate racism, to make everybody the exact same.
God would have been looking out for you. You know that? He wouldn't have been worried about making sure you have a gun so you can get drunk on Sunday night and kill your girlfriend's parents. But let's say it's true. Let's say God gave us these rights. Why would he give us a certain number of rights? The Bill of Rights in this country has 10 stipulations, okay? 10 rights. And apparently God was doing sloppy work that week because we've had to amend the Bill of Rights an additional 17 times. So God forgot a couple of things like slavery. Just fucking slipped his mind. But let's say God gave us the original 10. He gave the British 13. The British Bill of Rights has 13 stipulations. The Germans have 29. The Belgians have 25. The Swedish have only 6. And some people in the world have no rights at all. What kind of a fucking goddamn God-given deal is that? No rights at all? Why would God give different people in different countries different numbers of different rights? Boredom? Amusement? Bad arithmetic? Do we find out at long last after all this time that God is weak in math skills? Doesn't sound like divine planning to me. Sounds more like human planning. Sounds more like one group trying to control another group.
Exactly.
In other words, business as usual in America. Now, if you think you do...
That's capitalism for you. That's capitalism. Everyone's trying to fight to be a monopoly. Everybody wants to monopolize one industry. I'm telling you, just like YouTube. YouTube has a monopoly on the video streaming industry. Just like I feel like Apple Music has I think Apple Music has a very good monopoly on the music streaming, just like Amazon has a monopoly on the delivery service. Like, it's capitalism is all about monopoly. And even though it's a bunch of anti-monopoly practices, a lot of those practices are ignored because these companies are Fortune 500 and therefore are very valuable. So, antitrust laws might not exist to them.
Do have rights. One last assignment for you. Next time you're at the computer, get on the internet, go to Wikipedia. When you get to Wikipedia, in the search field for Wikipedia, I want you to type in Japanese Americans 1942, and you'll find out all about your precious fucking rights, okay? All right. Mm-hmm. You know about it. You know about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were scared.
In 1942,
they were put in concentration camps because Americans were scared. Because of fear. It was no type of nothing, no wrongdoing. These were innocent people who were nowhere involved with the Japanese army, but just because of fear. Remember.
There were 110,000 Japanese American citizens and good standing, law-abiding people who were thrown into internment camps simply because their parents were born in the wrong country. That's all they did wrong. They had no right to a lawyer, no right to a fair trial, no right to a jury of their peers, no right to due process of any kind. The only right they had, right this way, into the internment camps. Just when these American citizens needed their rights the most, their government took them away. And rights aren't rights if someone can take them away. They're privileges. That's all we've ever had in this country is a bill of temporary privileges. And if you read the news even badly, you know that every year the list gets shorter and shorter and shorter.
Right.
You see how sooner or later?
Right. Right.
Yeah. Sooner or later, the people in this country are going to realize the government does not give a fuck about them. Government doesn't care about you or your children or your rights or your welfare or your safety. It simply doesn't give a fuck about you. It's interested in its own power.
No. The government doesn't care? What? Even though the Flint water has been unsafe to drink for almost a decade? And the government hasn't done anything? What? Even though the government is allowing fracking that it produces gases that are dispensed through your faucets. So basically, gas is coming through the faucet. So in my home state of Delaware, the Delaware River is like one of the main passages for like commerce and for just passing water through. So they're allowing a bill. This is a Trump-backed bill that is allowing for just for no reason, just random gas to be put into the water supply. I don't know. This is of course without the knowledge of the public. And now you got people, hey, bruh, you gotta understand, man. These governments see regular people as just minions. That's it. You're just minions. You're just a minion. You're just a cog in the machine. That's why I'm telling you, man. A lot of people, especially the people who are like older, a lot of these older people are extremely brainwashed. I'm talking about extremely brainwashed, extremely desensitized, extremely like just robotic in the way they think. Oh, in order to have a great life, you gotta go to college, right? You gotta spend $100,000 for the right to learn something, for a piece of paper that gives you the right to learn something else. My family was talking about me getting a doctorate degree. A what? A what? You think I'm gonna spend 8 to 10 more years in college? What? Oh, you gotta go to college, you gotta get a job, and you gotta work for 50 years. The average life expectancy is 78. Let's say you get a job at 22. You work that job for 40 years. You retire at 62. You got 16 more years left. 16 more years left. And 9 times out of 10, you probably won't be able to retire till you're probably about 68 to about 70. So you probably got about 8 to 10 years left. If we just going off average life expectancy, which is about 78 years old. So you want me to work for 50 years to only retire for 11? But then by the time you retire, you're old. You're old. Your body is broken down. Your memory is like lacking. Your physical movement is garbage. So by the time you're able to chill, your body's already broke down. You're already slowly dying anyway. Like, what? Can I be financially free in my 20s and 30s, please? I don't want to be 75 and, oh yeah, I can finally chill after I've worked for the same company for 50 years.
That's the only thing, keeping it and expanding it wherever possible. Personally, when it comes to rights, I think one of two things is true. I think either we have unlimited rights or we have no rights at all. Personally, I lean toward unlimited rights. I feel, for instance, I have the right to do anything I please. But if I do something you don't like, I think you have the right to kill me. So where are you going to find a fairer fucking deal than that? So the next time some asshole says to you, I have a right to my opinion, you say, oh yeah, well I have a right to my opinion, and my opinion is you have no right to your opinion. Then shoot the fuck and walk away. Thank you.
I'm telling you, man, this dude is real, man. This dude is real. Like, definitely, I like how he looks past just the curtain, like the wall that's been thrown over the eyes by the media, and just by everybody's like, oh, because everybody's giving you the American dream. The craziest thing I heard, they call it the American dream because you got to be asleep to believe it. I heard that, I was like, that's a bar. Like, I need a soundboard. Like, give me an air horn on that. Like, bro, that's so, like I said, man, all these issues that people are complaining about, there are issues that are been created by the government, of course, to just create further discord and division among people. Obviously, racism, probably the biggest issue in the world today. One of the biggest issues. But again, you can't eliminate racism if everybody is different. You can't do that because it's going to be a group that's going to be like, hey, your group is different from mine. You don't look right. Like, it's going to be that type. It's going to be that. Like I said, the only way to eliminate racism is to eliminate race, is to make everybody the exact same, with the exact same physical attributes, with the exact same mental capacity, with the exact same everything. Because if one person is different, they're going to pick on that person. I'm telling you, that's how it works. That's how it always works, man. Like, they're going to pick on that person. But anyway, thanks you. I know I talked my behind off in this video. I'm sorry. But thank you again for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to turn on my post notifications. Please be safe. Have a great day. Stay on the grind. I'm out. Peace.